Enjoy. How do you, if you're talking to, like, I'm a student, how do I enjoy the moment when I have to study every day?
Now, see, I mean, enjoying in the moment means that you cannot compel your brain to do something, right? Right now, you can see I'm not trying to force my brain to talk with you. Just I'm in the moment. Whatever you are asking, I'm wholeheartedly. I'm very interested in with your questions, and I'm answering you. I'm not forcing myself to study at this moment because I'm in mood where I have to just talk with you. So the same thing you will have to somehow cultivate in your mind, that when you want to study, just study wholeheartedly, and only meditation can bring you in this position. You understand me or not? Meditation, or maybe you can sit somewhere calmly. Right now, even it is difficult to sit 5 minutes. People can't sit somewhere 5 minutes without scrolling down the social media. You know, so this is the problem. So now you must learn how to be alone, how to be sometimes alone without thinking anything about future, past, just sitting somewhere, watching your thought closely, let it pass, let it come. Don't be judgmental about this. These are the things you will have to do first to get into this position.
I see. So what's my key takeaway from what you just said is that you just have to indulge yourself in what you're currently doing in the moment. That's
Right.
basically it.
That's the point.
Okay, I'll take note of that. It's very hard, There's lots of
It's very hard.
multitasking. Yeah.
Remember, it is very hard because you are going to be Superman anyway. Once you will get these powers, it means you are Superman today. Because today's success means not you have to do something bigger. You can control yourself. That means that much is successful today in the social media world in 21st century. People are just fighting with their emotion, thought, and things that they can't control. And once you can control it, you will see now you are Superman in your society. Nobody is even close to you. When I see at people, I find myself like this. So you're going to get such a big treasure in your life, then you will have to put effort for it.
I see. How long do you spend how many hours do you spend meditating?
Not hours, just minutes. Hours is very long. Just 10
Just
minutes is enough.
10 minutes is
But
enough. Uh-huh.
but I spend most of the time with myself, just with myself, right? What do you mean by with self? I mean, do not with social media, do not with people around me, just with myself, with books. And it doesn't mean that I'm an introvert person. No, I'm ambivert. Just I respond according to situation, right? So once you will have command mastery over on mind, you can be any bird. It's up to you. You want to respond to the situation or not, and you will be knowing better that what should you do at that point of time, how to respond at that point of time.
Oh, I see. So you have to assess the environment you are in to know what to do.
Mm. Yes, you're right.
Well, I'll have to take that all of in.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for sharing some a bit. I think I took that as an advice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. It was just my personal opinion that I was talking with you. I don't have any sort. I don't want to impose anything on you.
I mean, it sounds like a philosophy, like what you said. People take your answers as
But
if it's
it is my
philosophy.
real life. For you, it may be philosophy because you have been living in society where you have never realized these things. But for me, it is just my real life. So
It's like
whenever I
your
talk with
daily
people,
life then.
yeah, daily life. When I talk with people, they think I am philosopher. I'm not philosopher. What I am just explaining my real life, my living life. Because you have never practiced, that's why you are not at this level. You can be because I was just ordinary like you few years back, depressed
That's-
and anxious.
Was it difficult to shift that kind of attitude?
It is very difficult, unless or until you are not going, unless or until you are going through the some sufferings, pain, or any sort of like maybe different sort of incidents in your life. You cannot cultivate these things unless or until you require it. You will not go for it. You know. Like right now, if your belly is full, and if I will send you any sort of desert, you would not like to eat because your belly is full, you know.
That's true.
But 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 somebody is thirsty, somebody is thirsty. Even he is in desert, he will look for water everywhere. Even the water or well will be miles away, then he will find out some way, because he is thirsty. There is a question of his life, and he will look for it, and he will find somewhere. Eventually he will find it somewhere. So same thing happens in life. Do you have quest first? Once the quest will be within you, then only you can achieve that thing.
Do I have a quest in my life? I haven't asked myself that.
Yeah, ask first question. Do you have quest in your life? Do you have any purpose in your mind, in your life? So without purpose, without quest, you can't. Now ask me, what is your purpose? My purpose is just, talk with the people, talk about the society, try to uh, spread as much as I can spread my thought and opinion. I can make people positive in their life. That's why I'm so much motivated and doing things, you know. But if I don't have these goals in my mind, then I wouldn't have motivated to, think about these things, to talk with people, to do these things. So I have some sort of purpose, and that is giving me motivation to go ahead.
Yes, I agree with that. Without purpose, it's like you're lost in this, celestial globe. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, you are just lost in this cosmos.
Yeah. Do you ever feel small when you think about that, the earth is just a small particle of sand? Do you ever think of that?
Of course, like a speck of dust in this universe, just a speck of dust. Once this existence will say, oops, I'll be gone away. So that's why I'm very grateful to this existence, that it is allowing me to enjoy for a while. So I'm enjoying it. What more I will expect from this universe? That much is sufficient. That much is enough for me.
I never thought. I keep on thinking of myself as a speck of dust, but it haunts me. Like it's depressing to listen to it. But you're very optimistic about it.
So you would be thinking you're comparing with some human being, but I'm comparing with existence. That's why I think it is good to be a speck of dust in comparison with existence. Okay,
It is
I
good
should
to
be
be a speck
grateful.
of dust.
Yeah.
Why?
In terms of existence, in comparison with existence, I would like to be just a speck of dust. Otherwise, I will be blown away from this existence if I'll go against it then. But in terms of your actors, I think I'm much, much superior than them,
How so?
because I'm enjoying the thing that they can enjoy. They can't imagine in their life having so much wealth, creation, everything.
That makes sense. They don't. Not all of them have the freedom to do the things they want. They have to think about, oh, what will the society think of me, the social media or something.
That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow even I will be famous. I don't know, maybe, and I will have to take care of lots of things. That's why I never want to be famous. That I could enjoy my life openly. Otherwise, I will have a lots of problem. Even I can't walk on the road. Maybe sometime my philosophy will go against any religion, any caste, any creed of this world. I'll be killed there.
Yeah,
I will
that's
be
true.
right. Whatever I speak, I'm right. And I'm right with my thought, opinion. But just somebody, it could not fit to somebody mind, I'll be killed for it.
Yeah, because we all have different opinions about something, so that's the
Right.
reason why, maybe.
That's
So,
why one should respect everybody's opinion, not be judgmental. Don't kill for opinion. Let them express. But the society is so weird, it will kill you.
right. So you're saying that the society is actually dangerous.
Dangerous. It is trapped. And it is trapped since time of immemorial. Right now, I think it is breaking up, but it is breaking up in such a way that it will be more destructive for human beings. And it is becoming human being is doing us I sort of group suicide. Whole world is in the track of suicide right now. Suicide. Maybe tomorrow scientists will find not to die, how not to die, but definitely people itself will be dying. They will commit suicide in group. They will jump from roof. They will hang themselves in, you know, fans. The reason is that they don't know how to handle their own mind. They are just running behind, rushing behind something. And
I
that is the
see.
first time which is happening in the history of humanity. Before, human beings, thought were very ordinary level, but right now it is so much developed that they can't control it. So either is the problem. And I think the people who lived between these two, polarity, they enjoyed.
Group suicide. I haven't. Is that in the news on an article?
I mean, group suicide means, like now we are, I mean, everybody thought of, like 15, 16 times in their whole life how to suicide. 15 times they do attempts, but because of death or pain of death, they couldn't do. So in future, definitely people will be so much frustrated with their own life. They can do nothing. They will just kill themselves, and it is happening today. Most of the people are dying because of some disease like asthma or like air diseases, lots of air diseases. But in future, disease will not happen. They will just do suicide. People will be dying because of suicide. They will be so much in pain, suffering, and they couldn't control their emotion, and they will die. Maybe you are from a small town of Philippines. That's why you don't understand my situation. But if you will visit any metropolitan city, then you will understand these things better. Anyway, you are sitting in any corner of the world today. We have internet, so you will be knowing all these stories, what is going all around the world, because world is not far. Today, world is just like a small village or town. Everybody is in the same village and same town. Before we don't have, yeah, something like this.
Okay. So yeah, basically the internet is making the world smaller in our
Yes, small,
perceptions.
and it is making you suicidal at the same time because you don't
Yeah.
know how to handle yourself with the internet.
There's lots of young people who actually have suicidal thoughts nowadays. It's becoming like a trend for them. Do you think so?
Yes, yes, I think so. I have came across so many cases where definitely teenagers will suicide themselves in future because 12-year, 13-year teenagers are not knowing how to handle their thought and mission. Nobody is teaching them as well. They don't know what is right, what is wrong, and they're just googling internet. They are watching all sort of profane things, and they are trying to implement in their life. So these emotions will lead, where will these emotions drive them? Just on the verge of their extinction. They will be their own killer, because if you are doing some anything extremely like at extreme, you know then definitely it has consequences that you'll have to face.
Yes, I do agree with that. So, have you actually encountered these kinds of people
Yes,
who have
yes,
suicidal thoughts?
few days back, a girl, just is 13 years old, is being molested by their relatives, you know. So she shared me this her pain, because she find me like she can share with me. Then I came to know how these two things took place. Then I found that girl is also a little bit, what we can say, involved in it, and their relative as well, because it happened from both sides. So how did girl came to that stage? Because of watching videos, like lots of pornographic content on YouTube or some like YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, in any sort of Google or somewhere. And the man was pervert. So because the girl was teenage, but man was always so pervert. So things took place. But after doing this, the girl felt pain, because she hadn't any experience. But after experiencing, she find it is nothing, just pain. So she shared me. So I mean, our society is not looking at the right thing, what to do right now, how to teach their words. They are just sending them in schools. School is doing nothing because they are on internet. They are spending most of the time there. You don't have any institution that what should be shown in on internet to the people. Everything is just open. So who will be responsible for it? Who is thinking about you? Nobody is thinking about you. Businessmen is doing their business. And you think
Yes.
your politician are thinking about you, you think your actors are thinking about you and for their welfare. No, nobody is thinking. Everybody is thinking about themselves. Just they have to, they're on purpose for everything.
That's the hard truth of every individual. We are all focusing on how to improve our lives that we forget about others' lives. So, is it actually good that we should focus on our life, or is our purpose in this speck of dust universe to help others?
First of all, we will have to focus on our own life to focus on others' life. For example, if you are not happy, how can you make someone happy? It is just like you are thirsty and you are trying to give water to someone. It is not possible. And if you are doing it, it means you are suicidal. You don't have your foolish. You don't have any sort of knowledge. First, you have to save yourself. Then only you can save somebody else. You are getting me or not?
Yeah,
So
I
the
think
same
it's
thing is
the
happening.
same paragraph. Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happening. First and foremost, work on yourself, improve yourself, be what you want to be. Then only you can make someone else, right? So that's I think. Yeah. So you told me rightly. First, I will have to improve myself. I will have to think for myself. You know, existence will not do anything because once creation has created you, they will not going to even lift a finger for you. Yeah, they can damage you. They can, but they cannot give you anything more than just your body and your mind. Now you have to respond in this universe. How you are responding, it's up to you. You're getting me or not? Because existence has finished its work. It made you. Now it's your responsibility how you can play here. But just you are guest for a while, for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. You should know how to play your drama well here. It's up to you because existence is not going to lift a finger, even a single finger for you. It has done its work.
Yes. So basically, if we put it all in one place, we have the responsibility on how to lead or write our own stories.
Yes.
Wow.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm actually still 20 years old.
Oh, 20, great.
Well, what about you?
I'm just 24. Yeah.
12, 24 years old.
Yes, I'm
And you already
24
have
years.
these kind of opinions in yourself.
Yeah, when somebody ask me what is your age when I talk with them, I will tell them, yeah, just 20. I tell them just I'm 24 years old. They will not believe. Okay, just at the age of 24, how can you talk like this? Ah, I say them I don't talk like this. Just meditation and things that happen with my life. Is talking like this.
Right. Well, you keep on mentioning about meditation, but what kind of meditation is the
You can
best?
find out on internet, like lots of. I will tell you simply. First, know how to sit calmly. First, that is also a meditation. Without thinking, like let think because at once your thought will not go away. So be watchful to your thought. Don't be judgmental, but be watchful. Sit somewhere at the corner of your room calmly and try to be calm as possible. Learn these things, and later on you can follow one Isa Yoga Foundation. You can write the name. Sadhguru is the name of the man. He has lots of simple technique of meditation, teaching meditation. So you can learn from there. Isa Yoga Foundation. Okay, Indian mystic. He is Indian mystic yogi. You know
Isa
Lot of,
yoga.
yeah, Isha Yoga, ISH Isha Yoga. Lots of people from Tibet or China and Philippines side, they knew lots of things in ancient time. You know, I have heard about a Tibetan, what magician or something. I read somewhere. These were the famous place. Asia was very famous for these things. Still, it
Really,
is
I haven't heard of
when,
that.
yeah. Tell me,
Oh, you mentioned active Tibian.
yeah,
That's the magician's name.
medicine's name.
Oh, it's a medicine's name. Sorry. It
Tibet.
what
Tibet
Tibat?
is, yeah, it is a part of a country, okay, sort of country.
What
You
kind
know
of
about the
medicine?
Dalai Lama, you know about Dalai Lama?
Delilah. It's very familiar, but I can't somehow get it out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
Dalai Lama. He's a spiritual leader from, like, he's not from Philippines. I think he's from China. Yeah.
I see. Are you also interested about these kinds of things, ancient history?
Yes, I'm interested about each and everything. Since I want to know that how this Earth was originated and what happened since then till now. So I'm interested in everything, whether it is science, philosophy, history, geography, anything that matter for social science. You know, human being, about human being, animals, nature.
Wow, that sounds really interesting as well. What kind of history facts do you know about?
No, I don't know about history facts. Like I know a little bit about wars, World War, countries, how lots of religious war in past, or how human being evolved from early man to human. These are the things I know a little bit in history because I always studied science in my whole life. So I had never time to look at it. Right now, just because of my curiosity, I'm trying to learn these things.
I see. I still have lots of curiosity on my mind as well, but there's just so little time to satisfy them.
Okay, anyway, it was really great talking with you. I'll have to go now. So hope to see you again someday.
Likewise, thank you for talking with me as well. It's very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.